Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Happy 4th of July. Hopefully that's when you're watching it because it's the 3rd of July and I'm recording this and it's going to play tomorrow. So that'll be the 4th of July. I finally got a good match in the Florida and I wanted to show people who have the Florida that it is possible to have a good match. And so we're on this map. Trap. I knew that. And the domination match for top tier. And we are in the tier 6 American premium battleship, the Florida. All right, let's go to Wikipedia for some history. Part of the North Carolina class battleship. Notes state: eventually, the General Board of the U.S. Navy declared its preference for a battleship with a speed of 30 knots with a main battery of 9 14-inch 50 caliber Mark B guns. However, the acting Secretary of the Navy authorized a modified version of a different design, which in its original form had been rejected by the General Board because they're morons. This called for a 27-knot ship with 12 14-inch guns and quadruple turrets and protection against guns of the same caliber. A major departure from traditional American design practices, this design prioritized firepower at the cost of speed and protection. After construction had begun, the United States involved a so-called escalator clause in the international treaty to increase the class's main armament to 9 16-inch 406 millimeter guns. And we put our 14-inch guns in action against that ship right there. Got like 1 or 2 measly hits. Miyoji, all right, maybe it's more like 7. I can't really even see the number. Even with my super magnification glasses, Miyoko, not Miyoji, good grief. I can't see anything. All right, maybe 3 hits. Aiming and firing the front turrets at the Miyoko because we switched sides of our ship. And again, a couple of overpens that don't do hardly any damage. We will talk about why the gunnery is so abysmal in this ship. The answer is simple. According to WoW's builds, the Sigma of the Florida is just 1.7. That is trash, folks. It is garbaje. That's Spanish for garbage. All right, Miyoko going bow on. He's got to dodge some torpedoes. We will approximate where he's going to be at. He's trying to do the little dipsy-do dunkaroo here, as Dickie V would say. I have no idea what I'm waiting for. Maybe for him to make a decision about what side he's going to turn towards me. So we're just getting our reload on. And moving back and moving forward, and then he's shooting at me, so I finally shoot back. And he sets me on fire, but we do get 5 pens that time. And we're shooting down an airplane while we're at it. You know, the Florida does have pretty good AA. I want to say I'm doing an AA build, specializing or emphasizing the anti-aircraft, because the AA abilities of the Florida is one of the strong points, and there aren't a whole lot of other strong points. All right, Miyoko again turning. We're going to go down and not kill him. And then I'm going to try to ram him and miss. And then I'm going to try to shoot him with the rear turret. And it won't turn in time. Oh, so slowly. I'm just so lucky that no one meaningful is shooting at me. And he doesn't have any torpedoes left. And even then, the rear turret, I still can't finish him off. So someone else does it for me. Yep, great job, Acting Secretary of the Navy. Your design sucks. It sucks. I couldn't kill Miyoko at point-blank range. Do you understand this? But I did dodge a bunch of torpedoes. All right, so after that particularly and peculiarly lackluster display of firepower, we are taking the Acting Secretary's pet project around this corner here. Why? I have no idea. I'm just running away, mostly out of shame, hoping that the other ships in the game forget that I'm over here. I also think there's a destroyer over here. We might see him here in a minute, or maybe not. Oh, look at that. I am running the base commander. I'm running George Dewey, folks. And I think there's a destroyer over there. And no one cares. Got an aircraft carrier. He doesn't care. We got some cruisers. There's one of them. Don't worry. He won't care either. He's just pretending to care. Planes coming in. We're going to turn towards them and engage. The only good thing about this ship, the anti-air. And we are shooting down airplanes. And turning... Yes, we turned in time. Continued to shoot down more airplanes. And there's a shiny horse over there that I cannot shoot because I am behind an island. Real quick, let's go back to WoW's builds. I continue to knock airplanes out of the sky. Torpedo reduction of the Florida, 26% base value. Again, the Sigma 1.7. Also 1.7 fires per minute. The overmatch of the 14-inch guns is 25 millimeters. The arming threshold is 59 millimeters. We will have a stat comparison later on. All right, continuing to shoot at the Scharnhorst with questionable accuracy. I mean, really, if they put the accuracy up to 1.8, would the Florida be overpowered at the tier? No. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Because 14-inch guns aren't great. Not at this tier. Maybe it should be at tier 5. Maybe the United States should have 4 premiums at tier 5. That sounds like a great idea, right? Just like they have 4 premiums at tier 7. Premium battleships. We need all 4 at tier 7. Don't worry when we talk about the Constellation. I'll let you know a pre-World War I design has no place at tier 7 in this game. No matter how many fake AA emplacements you add to it, Wargaming. But I digress, that's a different video. Alright, dodging more torpedoes, presumably from the Scharnhorst. Got our turrets all lined up, we're working on a reload. Let's see how pitiful these 14-inch guns are in a full salvo. I'm sure the Scharnhorst will be happy to illustrate. There he is. We're going to fire up into the superstructure. For some reason I kind of bounced all his shots. My shots mostly missed. So yeah, pitiful. Pitiful, pitiful. I mean, you've got low caliber guns and they can't hit anything. Who in the Wargaming design war room thought this was a great idea? And the answer is someone who is probably very drunk, very high, or someone who hates the state of Florida. Alright, there's a destroyer over here. I'm turning into the smoke screen because that is what I do. Turned a little bit too much there. I am going to eat a torpedo. We're still shooting at the Scharnhorst, and I finish him off from a very odd angle. I am shocked. There's the kid. We've got HE loaded. I think he just blew his wad, torpedoes wise. So we are moving in here, and I'm hoping to not get stuck on the island. I was hoping there was some ship over here with me who could help me kill the kid, but that isn't happening. I have no support over here whatsoever. That cruiser who was over here earlier is DEAD. And me, your hero, as always, I'm alone doing the yeoman's work on this side of the map. But at least we're preventing Charlie from being totally capped. Alright, here's the kid coming back for more. Put a good salvo in there of HE, no fires. That was disappointing. I'm sizing them up. Here come the torpedoes. Can we withstand another spread of torpedoes? We take one. And we take two. But we've got heals because I'm using the survivability commander. Or the general commander, and I'm using fully packed. Maybe I should use the accuracy commander on the Florida. Maybe that'll make a difference in the accuracy of these 14-inch guns. I just don't know. Alright, the kid didn't come around the mountain here like I expected. As you can see off screen, my teammates have no desire to flip Alpha or Bravo, nor do they have any desire to help me in any way whatsoever. So here I'm having a quandary about the existential meaning of life, and I will use that chance to do our stat comparison. All right, there are 20 premium battleships and regular battleships at Tier 6. Hit points, number 1 is the Hood, 67,700. Florida is third, 63,800. Firing range, Shiny Horse, number 1, 17,900. Florida tied for, I think it's really 5th, but in 8th, number 8 spot, tied with Sinop and Gneisenau at 16.1. Armor piercing DPM number 1 is Leon, 304,000. Florida is, where is Florida? Number 10, 204,179. Max AA DPS North Carolina, 476, number 1. Florida is number 2, 363. Max speed, Hood number 1 at 32 knots. Florida tied with North Carolina, of course. Leon, Collingwood, Ignis, Bragaccio, Ragnarok, and Sinop at 27 knots. That is your stat comparison. All right, right now I've decided to get out of Dodge because I cannot see the destroyer anymore. But I do see a cruiser named Budoni. Meanwhile, off screen, my teammates aren't interested in capping into caps or anything like that. The enemy team is up by about 300 points. That will come into play. Oh, pardon me, 400 points. That will come into play later. Here's the Budoni. We were shooting HE, thinking we would get a hold of that kid. That didn't happen. The Budoni lost his internet connection, I'm going to say. I mean, who goes dead broadside? No one. So even people are running away and quitting in disgust zone. Plus, he wasn't damaged, so I think he just lost his internet connection over there in Russia. Probably after another round of U.S.-made weapons impacted the battle space. Anyway, we're trying to line up the Citadel of Budoni under the rear smokestack. Let's see how that goes. Keep in mind the ship is notoriously inaccurate, and there's nothing accurate about that salvo. Rear turret coming around. Again, I think maybe this guy knows how shitty the Florida is and he just doesn't care. We'll try the front of the ship. And we get to hits the Citadel. No one was more shocked than me, ladies and gentlemen. No one at all. All right, so I know where I'm aiming now. I'm aiming under the center of the... Yeah, there you go. All right, another salvo on its way. And... so we're working on a reload of the rear turret. Good grief. Come on, Florida. Help a brother out. No! No! You gotta be kidding me. Even from there at 4.3 kilometers away, that was just a whiff. All right, one more time. He can't survive that. All right, kill number 2. All right, turning to the Vesser. My teammates are more than happy to shoot at him now that I've spotted him. And they are actually capping, but look what's happening in Charlie Cap. The destroyer I could not see is capping that. And I don't think my teammates understand that we cannot have that happen in order to win this game. All right, aiming at the rear of the Vesser, probably aiming too far to the rear. Full salvo. And we unlock the high caliber metal. A bunch of overpens, it looks like. One pen. Come on, these are 14-inch guns. They should be getting... they're probably overpenning. It's a tier 5 ship. What do I know? Maybe I should have been shooting HE. Definitely need the catapult spotter plane on this thing. Not the fighter, the spotter plane. Alright, the Vesser taking some more damage. We are under a minute left. Right under the island here. Another salvo. Look at that wide spread like a shotgun blast. Take him down to the very nub. 5 pens, 4 overpens. And so that's what I'm saying. It's a pretty good game in the Florida. This kind of damage, in my opinion. And my teammates are more than happy to finish the job, which they do. But now we have a problem, and the problem is called the kid with a huge insurmountable lead. And he capped Charlie, and that's all he has to do. And if he has any sense whatsoever, he is running away to the far corner of the map because all he has to do is not get killed. Now, if the situation was reversed and the kid was the last ship on my team, I know exactly what would happen. The kid would sail as close as he could to the enemy and then open fire and get killed, thinking he has to kill the enemy ships to win the game. But of course, we lose the game. I just didn't think I could kill the kid one-on-one without some lucky spotting. All right, here we are on the defeat screen. Is that a dreadnought medal? High caliber medal. We ended up with 1,806 base XP, 2 big kills, 2 medals, top of the board in a loss. Actually, pretty good cash though, over 700,000 cash, folks. So ignore as I flip through all these screens. I was really much more concerned with getting Mr. Carlo Bergamini here. But that's the Florida. It is actually a pretty good game. I hope you have a great 4th of July. Thanks for all my subs. I will see you tomorrow. Yep, I'm quitting. Going to shoot some fireworks.